Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. So today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, is gonna be about a new hobby of mine, which is film photography. Super excited to be diving into this video and just talking about film in general, because it's something that's been really exciting for me as someone who's like a beginner and learning about just film in general. But before getting into it, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my journey as a creator. So I am a lifestyle travel creator and I primarily shoot digital, mostly videos. And what I started with a couple years ago was this dinosaur of a camera. This is the Canon 1DX Mark II, and this pretty much changed my life. We've worked on so many campaigns with this, and it's just been through to so many different countries with us. And this was just like an all-around amazing camera for photo and video. You guys, look how insane it looks next to me. I'm not that tall. Just imagine my small ass holding a camera like this, taking it to different countries and shooting. I also picked up the Leica Q2 about a year ago, and I haven't really had a chance to use this as much as I would like to, but definitely a staple collector's item in the collection. So super excited about this baby right here. But aside from that, my main camera is the Canon R5, which is what I'm shooting with right now. I don't know, film is just something that I wanted to dive into and learn more about. I've always been intrigued about film in general. I've had a lot of film photos taken of me when I was a child. Andy actually got, I think, 3 cameras passed down to him from his grandpa, but we left it in California, so I will probably share it in another video when we get it back. I started my film journey a couple months ago, and I actually picked up the Canon AE1 program, which is a great starter camera. Would recommend it for anyone who's just starting out. You can have the manual controls, or you can shoot it fully auto, which is what I was doing, and it's great. You can learn the ins and outs of the settings, the technicalities, and I also have that in California, so I can't really share that with you. But for me, because I carry so much gear when I'm traveling and working, I wanted something just easy to shoot. I just wanted a point and shoot, which is why I picked up the Contax T2. This is the most wanted point and shoot in the film industry, I guess you can say. Found this on Facebook Marketplace here in New York, and the person that I bought it from got it from eBay and got it from a seller in Japan, which is what I would recommend if you guys are looking into getting this camera as well. Just make sure it's mint condition or near mint, a seller from Japan, because that's where they probably service the camera. And because it's from Japan, I would trust sellers out there. So this has been my baby. I've been shooting exclusively on this camera since all the other ones are in California, and I've probably been through about 6 or 7 rolls by now, and it's only been 2 months. Actually, I think I hit 2 months exactly like this week, and super excited about it. It's just super fun. I think for me, what I love about it is how candid the shots are. It's not so much where digital is always focus on how perfect things are. If my hair is ugly, I can fix it. If the composition is off, I can always fix it. It's just very, very nitpicky with digital, and I know that there are things that I can like change about it. Whereas for this, I like to just whip this guy out and kind of just shoot candids and just capture moments that are meaningful to me. And I don't really care if it's in focus, and I think that's the beauty of film, is because you really don't know what you're gonna get out of it. Just looking back at all the rolls that I've shot, some shots are out of focus, some shots are frames kind of wonky, but I love that about it, and I don't intend to be perfect with this camera, and I think that's the beauty of it overall, is just not, you know, having to be so damn perfect all the time. So what I love about this is how easy it is to use, which is why I got it in the first place. I don't have film in right now, but all you have to do is load the film stock, slide the film just a little bit, and close it. And then it auto winds it for you. And then it displays the counter up here, which is great. You'll know how many photos you've taken, how many you have left. And then all you have to do is turn on the camera. You could just switch it to autofocus and just shoot away. You don't really have to think about anything with this, which is what I love about it. It has a flash option if you want to turn it on. You can also control the aperture if you wanted to, or if you're just starting out, you can keep it on fully auto. You can also set your distance manually, but I usually keep everything on autofocus, auto everything, and just shoot. because usually when I'm traveling, I have all these other cameras that I'm shooting and I have to worry about all the technicalities. With this, I just want to be able to shoot and just not think about it. Aside from this camera, because it is super expensive right now, the resale value is insane. If you guys don't want to spend as much, there are a ton of great film cameras on the market. As I mentioned, the Canon AE-1 program, I think I got it for less than $200 on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a gem. I wish I had it here with me to show you guys. But aside from that, disposables are super great. You can get this pretty much anywhere: Walgreens, CVS, I think Walmart, Target maybe. Urban Outfitters has it. If you're in New York, B&H, Adorama has it. I have the Fujifilm one right here. The Kodak one is also really great. I've shot a few rolls on disposables this year or throughout the years, and I love it. They come out just as beautiful, and it's just another thing that you could just whip out of your bag when you're traveling and just capture little memories, not knowing what it is that you've shot until you get it developed, which is the beauty of it. So now talking about film stocks and just being able to play with so many different types and getting different feels and vibes of each one, and that's what I love about film. I kind of went crazy with experimenting, and I bought a bunch from B&H. So I have these right here. I usually keep them in the fridge, and when I want to use it, I just pop them out a little bit before I load it into the camera. So the first film stock that I've ever shot with was obviously Portra 400, the most popular film stock there is out there. Similar to what everyone's going to tell you, it's super great with skin tones. It's really nice with portraits, just anything you want to shoot in general. It's just so nice. These are some of the photos that I was able to capture with it, and I love them so much. And then aside from the usual Portra 400, I also recently picked up the Portra 800 and Portra 160. Super excited to use these as well. This one I could probably use during the evening since it has a higher ISO, and this one, Portra 160, I'm excited to use in the snow. I've seen some pictures in the snow with it, and it looks beautiful. I think it's supposed to snow sometime this week in New York, so really looking forward to that. Second film stock is Cinestill 800 tungsten, and this one was so fun to shoot with, and this is why I stocked up on it. Because it has a higher ISO, I love experimenting with this one at night, and just a lot of neon signs I gravitate towards. Typical Cinestill. If you don't have a gas station picture with Cinestill, what are you doing? But yeah, this one is a really great one. It also produces really beautiful shots during the day as well. And these are some of the shots that I've taken. A more recent purchase is the Kodak Gold 200, and I was lucky enough to find the 36 exposures 3-pack. So if you guys ever see it and it's in stock, be sure to stock up on it. It is super inexpensive, and it's become one of my favorite film stocks. I shot a roll in Central Park during the fall, and it was so beautiful. I just love how warm and cozy it makes me feel, if that makes sense. These are the photos that I've taken from this roll. Next up is the Ilford HP5 Plus, and this one is a black and white film. I have yet to use it, but I'm super excited and looking forward to it. I feel like this would be super beautiful if I shot some portraits with it. I think anything around New York City in general would be super nice on black and white, so I'm super interested to see how they turn out. So now that we've covered the cameras and the film stocks, let's talk about where I get my film developed. I'm based in New York City, but I also travel back and forth between the Bay Area And when I do, I get them developed at Montclair 1 Hour Photo in Oakland. That one's a popular lab, and they have a super fast turnaround. You can drop it off and get your film back the same day. It's amazing. So the first place that I go to in New York City is the Picture House and the Small Darkroom located in Chelsea, right across from the Chelsea Market. And for those of you guys who are just starting out and not really sure where to go about it, all you have to do is ask for develop and scans, and they'll basically send you a WeTransfer link via email, and you can download all your photos straight to your phone, which is what I do. Usually for all of the places that I've been going to in New York, the turnaround time is around 2 days, and you'll get all your photos sent to your phone. And then of course, cost varies on how high of a resolution you want your photos to be. I usually go around 12 megabytes, and that usually costs me, I think, around $21 at Picture House. And they also cut and sleeve your negatives for you, which you can pick up about a week after dropping it off. And the next place I go to if I'm in this area is Bleecker Digital Solutions, and this one is located in the Soho area. Prices are about the same. I think it's about $20 to develop and scan, and it's also a 2-day turnaround. They also keep your negatives for you for about a month. I've developed a few rolls here as well. Would definitely recommend them. It's a small mom and pop shop, and it's also super popular. Similar to Picture House, a lot of photographers get their films developed here for magazines and ads, which is super cool to see. So lastly is Eliz Digital, and this one is located in Chinatown, and this one is a more affordable photo lab. I dropped off about 3 disposables here yesterday, and I think I paid about $12 each to develop and scan. It's also about a 2-day turnaround. I've gotten photos back within 24 hours before, so I guess it just depends on how busy they are. But that is pretty much it for this journey that I'm on. I hope you guys like this video. I will be including a lot of these in my holiday gift guide coming up, so be sure to look out for that. If you guys have any other questions, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.